Right, welcome everyone to a quick live stream here with me, Ruku. What's new for 2021? Well, it's all about what's going to be new on my channel. So on my channel in 2021, i.e. this year, I will be probably giving different style of videos. So new ideas for videos. I can't tell you what they are yet because I don't want anyone to steal my idea. I have that in the back of my head, so that should be good. Although I will say the first video of that is what has been made, hasn't been published yet, and it's not overly great because it's the first ever video. So don't expect nothing too magical, but there will be a series. That's all I'm going to say. There's going to be a series of these videos, and it's all about me teaching you some stuff and showing you some stuff. So that's all I can give away for the moment. Second of all, on my channel for this year, what you can expect is maybe me making a bit of an effort to create some thumbnails for the videos. I don't do any editing as such. I don't do fancy music, banners and all that shit. You know, I'm just a basic YouTube guy who does basic videos the way that YouTube used to be when it was just YouTube. I know this editing, fancy music software and all that, lights and whatever. So I may make an attempt to at least put some thumbnails in. Also, if I can get, because now I'm at 500 subscribers, so before I go any further, I want to say thank you so much to all the new subs, all the people that have been with me on my journey thus far. It really means a lot to me, because without you guys and girls, this channel wouldn't be here. So thank you so much. The people that have stuck by me all these years and held on to this far. Welcome to those that are new. I appreciate you coming on my channel, and thank you so much for joining me. I hope you don't disappear. I hope you stay for the journey as much as the old school people that have joined. More beer then. Yeah, I'm going to be looking at some more beer. Still continuing my beer reviews. And I just saw my mask out, man. This is really on earth. The cheese. Yeah, so the video then will still have more beer reviews. I will still do the same style that I've been doing, and if I get to 1,000 subscribers, which is taking me nearly, well, I've had this channel for like 7-8 years now, so it's taken me that long just to get 500. I don't consider myself as a mainstream YouTuber. I don't consider myself very popular amongst the YouTube world, but I will say that all those that are watching and are subscribers of mine, you've all been very loyal. You know, I would like to give a shout out to a few people, but I'm going to not quite yet. But for those that have sent me beer mail, pictures, all stuff like that, gifts and whatnot, thank you so much for all of those that have recommended beer to me. Again, I will mention a few names, and for all those that are just generally my general regulars, and you know who you are, who always come and comment and try and give me advice and help here and there. Without you guys, again, thank you so much. It means a lot. So when I get to 1,000, if I ever do get to 1,000, I may just do a big beer giveaway. So maybe we can get to 1,000, and I will do my bit to plug. And also, I need your help, the viewers. You've got to help me out in order to win free beer. And if you want to win that free beer, what I'll do is all you got to do is send me a load of subscribers. You subscribe to this channel and comment with "give me free beer," then I will choose someone at random, and when I get to that 1,000 mark, it will all be done out of a hat. So whoever gets it, you'll get some free beer, and I'll contact you near the time to claim your free beer. And I do mean it; it really will be free. So then, also I want to see some new guests. So for the new year, I'm going to create a new style of video where anybody with a channel if you want to get involved on my channel, if you want to just have a chill, maybe you want to drink some beer, maybe you want to do a dual review together, then just say and I will get you on. Just let me know. Further details about that will be up and coming. As I mentioned, I'm previously playing around with some videos at the moment and pre-recording some for this new series that I'm doing. So I might not be uploading a video quite for a while yet. So don't get bored, stay patient, because this new series will be coming out. And as I mentioned, then after that, if I can, I will get anyone who's got a YouTube channel here, anyone who wants to come on, if you feel brave enough, you know, if you want to drink some beers with me, if you want to have a chat, you know, it doesn't have to be anything major. If you just want to chill, whatever, we can do that. It's, you know, it's what we can do. It's up to you. And finally, before I sign off with this quick 5-minute review, you know, I would just like to say that we all know that 2020, 2020, yes, I can't remember what fucking year I'm in. Don't worry, I'm not a time traveler. 2020 has been a shit year, as we know, but I'm hoping to evolve my channel in 2021. So please bear with me. I'm not, as I said, technical minded. I'm not, well, I'm shit at IT, so put it that way. Anything technical, I'm shit at. But just to recap then, on this new year, what I'm going to be doing is this. Number one, I'm going to do some new style of videos in a series. So that'll be teaching you some stuff, showing you some stuff, and hopefully you can learn some stuff. I won't tell you what that is quite yet, because I don't want to give my idea away. Number two, anyone can join my channel. So if you want to be here live on this stream at any time, just comment down below, and in the new year we'll create a new live video with guests. I will have anyone on my channel, providing that you want to chill, have a beer or whatever, or just have a bit of a laugh. Number three, for the new year, I really want to start making some changes in maybe not just beer reviews, but I'm looking at other things as well. Number four, finally, would be just to change different beers, get ideas from you, fans, viewers, what you want to see. Is there any particular stuff you want to see? And if you want me to particularly do in the new year, DJ Darkside Jungle's with me. He's I'm just going to give him a shout out because this guy here, he's supported me for a long time now. I love this guy. Some of the comments he comes out with the pure gold of my videos, it makes me laugh. So yeah, good shout out to you, sir. So again, I'm going to be changing and swapping things, and hopefully, you know, just see how it goes. There's a suggestion before I pass out. I mean, I will be honest with you. I'm not as good as I used to be. I'm getting a bit old now, and I do suffer from a little bit of acid reflux, drinking too much now. And I do have to. It's an incredible burning sensation. It's horrible. If you ever suffer from it, don't recommend it. So it really hurts. But yeah, maybe I will. And that was one of my ideas as well. DJ Darkside Jungle. I did think about doing a second follow-up to that, because for those that don't know, I did years ago how many beers I could drink live, and as we see there from Darkside Jungle, he wants to see part 2 of that. So so far we've got a demand for it. We have a demand for it, so it could happen. But yeah, I do want to get to 1,000 subscribers, and I will do a beer giveaway. So Cocodamol, really? That painkiller? Get the heartburn all the time. I just take some Cocodamol, kills it instantly. I've never taken Cocodamol in my life. I'll be honest. I'm not a medicinal person. I don't really do sort of painkillers, but nevertheless, it's a nice bit of advice there. So I might just bear that one in mind. I usually take the Rennies and I can't remember, the Bisodols. They're generally quite good. They make you burp and fart and bring everything up. It smells like a fucking shit house by the time I have one. But again, getting to 1,000 subscribers, I will be doing a big beer giveaway, and one of you lucky people out there, if I ever get to 1,000 subscribers, will win a beer, or maybe a couple of beers, depending on how much I want to spend. Don't worry, they're not going to be shit beers. There will be some good beers. So in order for that to happen, I need this channel to be spread, shared, liked, commented on, send it to your friends, whatever, and really get it out there. And I'll do my bit also. So yeah, that's going forward there then. Right, so I'm going to wrap this up, but before I do, anyone want to ask me anything or want to suggest anything before I sign off? Because I've been going for like 10 minutes now, and I'm getting a bit bored of the sound of my own voice. Right, painkillers in water. Yeah. Okay. I knew the ones, yeah. So there you go. No comments then? No one want to jump in quickly? Because I will sign off. But yeah, just to recap then, thank you to all the new subscribers that have come in. Thank you to all the old classics, all my regular fans such as DJ Jungle. He's been with me for a long time. Thank you to all the people that have sent me beer, fan mail, stuff like that. And working with COVID. I hope you haven't got COVID. Oh, how's work been with COVID? Sorry, I totally misread that. Totally misread that. I thought you was working with COVID. So, whoa, hang on a minute. Work, touchy subject. That both of my jobs have suffered as a result of COVID. The job that I normally do, my typical 9 to 5 job, has changed drastically. We've put in placements like most people, barriers. You know, you can't deal with people. Telling them to constantly wear masks, sanitizing everything down. You know, working with the public is a real bastard. Excuse me, it's a real bastard. And we've even potential talks here about turning my place of work into a COVID testing centre. So if you've got symptoms or you think you've got symptoms, we could be a pop-up centre, and we don't know if that's ever going to work. We don't know when it's going to happen. We don't know even if it is going to happen. But you have to trust me on what I say here. People are fucked off. Staff are fucked off. They don't want this to happen. Yeah, I think it's a bad idea as well, purely because who's going to deep clean the place? Where I work, it's a big building, and I don't think you can get a lot done. And also my other job that I do, my self-employed, well, yeah, that's been going okay. It's dropped since March. I mean, I've not had much work since March. I've had a couple of people in the last couple of weeks, an old friend of mine, and obviously someone I don't know. I'll be working with them soon, just helping them out. So yeah, as a result of COVID, to answer the question, it's been really shit. Working with COVID has been really shit. I can't wait till it fucks off, if I'm being honest with you. I bet it's going to put a lot of people on the dole. It will. It will. I already know quite a few people on the dole because of it. It's sad, you know, people have lost their jobs because of it, and I feel terrible for them because I can't think of a worse time to be out of work than in a society now where jobs are scarce. A stupid poxy virus is out that was around 200 years ago. That's now magically, well, killed half the population. You know, I think it's crap. And for those people that are sitting at home, haven't got a job, can't do nothing, and are going mental because of it, I feel for you. You know, it's tough, and I know people have been breathing down their necks, going, "Oh, why don't you get a job? Get a job, get a job." You know, plenty of jobs out there. What I'm going to say is, we looked at some of the job websites lately. They've got the same jobs up there that they've had from 9 months ago. That's how fucking scarce jobs are. So it is tough. So I do feel for them. But those of you that are lucky to still have a job, count your blessings. Count your blessings. Could be out on the dole soon if things carry on the way they are. But on the up news, at least we're out the EU. Get in. Yeah, life's good. Ish. So there you go then. That's about it from me, I think. Yeah, I can't wait to get started in New Year's. To be patient for the next upload because it might take a while. My next video, as I said, it's already been pre-recorded, edited to the best I can. And I'm going to continue filming the new series, which I won't name. So hopefully, jobs. Yeah, again, sad reality of that. Sad reality. Low income is the biggest source of why people don't do jobs. I mean, let's be honest, people have got to make a living. We've got to eat. We've got to clothe ourselves, etc. And minimum wage jobs just don't cut it in my eyes. They really, to me, it's almost like a piss take. You know, why should you live on a crap wage? Yes, that is one of my new style of videos, which I won't name, but it is hopefully educational. The first video isn't, because the first video I filmed was the first video, and yeah, I'm keeping it, and it will be aired on this channel, but I'm not overly happy with it. But I will be doing some more of the same style in different locations, and I'll be educating you on some stuff. So yeah, if that all goes well, it should be a good series. And I'm not sure how many I'm going to do in that series either. Maybe if it's a success, this will be like a new thing constantly, or I might even just do like a short 10 videos or thereabouts, or 4 videos on it, and keep it as a rarity so it doesn't get boring, because obviously probably constantly watching beer reviews get boring. I don't know. But yeah, I'm looking forward to 2021. Hopefully be good. Hopefully my channel can grow a little bit more. That's the aim. That's the aim, to grow a little bit more. And yeah, I just want to change things a little bit. You know, I'm getting a bit bored of my own videos, if I'm being honest. Is that even possible? Can you get bored of your own videos? Yeah, sounds good. Gonna diversify to get up interest. Yeah, again, that's what I'm looking at. Changing my videos, mixing it up, and just seeing where it goes, really. But if I get a chance tonight, I might even film another part of the the new series that I'm doing. So I might, if I get time tonight, I might actually do a bit more filming for that for the next video. But we'll see how things go. I don't know how that'll pan out. I don't know if I get the time to do it. Yeah, you're not the only one to say this. A lot of people have had things messed up from YouTube because of it. Numbers, I've had a few views that didn't actually get counted for, and it was only like 6 weeks later that YouTube admitted it and go, "Oh yes, we've just fixed the problem. Basically, you didn't get enough views on this day," and they wouldn't explain it, but we all know why that is. And my visitors, my view counts have gone down drastically. You know, I was hitting not masses of people, but I've gone from on average, say, like 30 views a video down to like fucking 9 or 10, and it's really hard. You know, hard to get those views back up. Try and diversify things to make it interesting and think of new content. It is hard without kind of going off the subject of the channel, unless I create a sub channel and did something completely different. But I did look into that, but I have no idea what the hell I'd do. I don't know. Ruku meets beer. I don't know. It's just like a man v food, which is me versus beer, just fucking knocking them back. I don't know. The algorithm was written by a Muppet. Yeah, probably Kermit the Frog. Oh, hey, I'm Kermit the Frog. I like to fuck around with algorithms. Yeah, bastard. Don't know why I did that. I don't know why. The algorithms, just leave them alone, man. Nothing wrong with YouTube at all. Just leave it as is. Just, I know they're trying to modernize it, update and stuff, but just leave it. Just leave it. Rather than just counting, they do some silly number crunching, and they just do it dishonestly. It's to hide your channel. At least you're doing better than me. I only got 12. um, I don't really know about number crunching. I'm not a numbers guy. But 12 subs, you'll get there. You'll get more. I've been doing my channel for about 6, 7 years now, and I've only just hit 500. bollocks really, because a lot of people said I deserve more and I should get more, but it's up to the people, isn't it? At the end of the day, if they want to come in and subscribe, they will. I mean, the other day I was up to, I think, about 497. Then I lost some subs, went all the way back down to 493, I think, at one point, and now I've gone back up to 500. So it's a bastard when people keep dropping off like flies. It's a bit of a bastard. But again, you just got to accept that sometimes these videos aren't for everyone. People do get bored. They want to see pranks, or they want to see someone being an idiot for 15, 20 minutes, or something really extreme, like see how many bloody cow testicles you can eat in a minute or something. But I'm all up for a laugh, don't get me wrong, but without sort of mainstreaming away from the idea of the channel, I keep it relatable to what I'm doing, to beer, etc. Okay. They do it by demographics and location rather than just count. Yeah, they do that based on demographics and location and what they're watching. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. Weirdly enough, I get some random stuff pop up on my channel. You might be interested in this. I'm like, not really. Not really. Oh, sometimes I do watch them if I'm bored. But yeah, a lot of the time it doesn't really apply to me. So the averaging stuff kind of works because it does hit a large target audience. But for me personally, yeah, still more videos I don't want to fucking watch. Well, I don't know, cooking shows or something. I don't want to watch that. It just makes you hungry, you know what I mean? Sit there like fucking starving. Thanks, man. Mind you, I do watch a few competitive eater channels. They're quite fun to watch. Yeah, all huge respect to the guys that do it. It's not easy being a competitive eater. I know that. I'm probably a competitive drinker. I sit here and drink for fun sometimes. So I'm not an alcoholic. Yeah, I mean, do you know what? For Christmas, right? I've got so much beer, so much beer to get through. I've got whiskey as well, beer, whiskey. My God, I've just got so much. I got myself a don't know what I'm doing. Guess the dance move. I've got a 6 litre keg of quack for myself that went in my perfect draft machine, so I've been getting my way through that. That's kept me going. Love a bit of quack. I haven't got a few more. That's it. Right. Yeah. Yep. I'm getting the same way at the moment. I'm getting the same way. I have about I think about 6 pre-recorded videos that are still yet to upcome. The next one I think I'll probably upload shortly will be the Omni Polo craft beer. My God, that was the best thing I think I've had in a while. This stuff was like 11%, and it was just so good. Cost me an arm and leg. I think the geezer charged me quite a lot for it. It's only $3.30. But to be quite honest with you, it was worth the money. It was. I mean, I spend stupid money on real good beer. I spent like 20, 30 quid. The most I've ever spent was 40 quid. And that was on Snake Venom and also Cinco Bismarck as well. But again, they're not your average beers, so you kind of allow that. Bad move for 2 3 days of hangover. Bad guts. I know how that feels. I don't. I don't know if that's because of Christmas. I don't know if that's because we've all been just getting on it, eating too much, drinking too much, and we've all got like, trapped wind and diarrhea and beer bellies and food comas and God knows what. I mean, it's just so mental. That's the joys of Christmas. Joys of Christmas is what I like, is eating as much as you can, drinking as much as you can, and no one's going to judge you for it. So you can come back fat in January, no one gives a shit. We're all fat at the end of the day. Still no money on the video. Yeah, you're referring to the snake venom. Yeah, that's because I don't have 1,000 subs. YouTube, again, like you said earlier, about changing the algorithm and all of that, the profiling, and the demographics you mentioned there. It's all to do with if you don't have 1,000 subs, then you're not going to get paid. You cannot monetize your videos. You cannot actually go live and if you don't have 1,000 subs. So the reason why I've got around doing live videos is because you can see in the corner there, StreamYard. I use that as a platform. A lot of people do. Nice, easy to use. It's free, doesn't cost you anything, and you can go live on YouTube. So screw you, YouTube. And snake venom, yeah, it's my most successful video. I need about 91,000 views on it. I even thought about maybe buying another bottle and just a recap, but then again, I thought no, maybe not, because if I redo it, it's not going to be the same as it. Some videos are best left alone, but I will say that that beer was rancid. It burnt like fuck. It didn't have much flavour. You had a little bit of fruity notes to it, and when you mixed it with ice and drunk it like a whiskey, it actually made it a little bit more tolerable, and it watered it down a little bit. And actually, the weird thing is, they actually said on that bottle, drinking shots. I think in that video I poured like a double. It's about that. And you're not supposed to drink the whole bottle in one day, which I didn't, but I will say that it did go over a few days. It probably lasted about 2 to 3 days. So that was 40 quid well spent in my eyes. I just pissed 40 quid away over the last 3 days. Yes, they probably did. Probably got rich off my video. Someone's got to. It ain't me. But it's just methylated spirits then. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, snake venom was pretty much methylated spirits. The way that they did it was, there's a lot of arguments as to what is the world's strongest beer. Naturally brewed strength in numbers, which I've also had. It's on my channel, so go check that out. It's by Brewdog. And the other official world's strongest was, well, I say official, but not brewed in a way that a beer is brewed, was snake venom. So when they made snake venom, they freeze distill it. So they make the beer, get it as high as they possibly can, freeze the beer 4 times, and drain every single bit of water out. So what you're left with is pretty much a spirit. And then what happens is they then get this spirit and then they let it sort of mature for a little bit, and they add pure alcohol to it. I don't know how much, but I probably assume a lot. Yeah, to get out to, what was it, 60-odd5%, I think it was. It's it's an experience to say the least, but that's how they do it. Whereas Strength in Numbers by Brewdog actually did it properly. They actually brewed a beer. Yeah, they did freeze distill it, but they didn't add any alcohol to it. They just did it, freeze it over 4 or 5 times, aged it in their barrel. What was it? It was their something Death or Glory. My God, this beer was so sweet. It was really sweet. It was like sherry. Very strong as well. Only a little bottle like that. It was literally the size of a small hand sanitizer. I've still got the bottle to this day. Swing top, waxed, and on day of release they sold out, and I was one of the lucky ones to get it. So yeah, there you go. Yeah, he's seen snake venom, I take it, and my Strength in Numbers. Does booze have a low freezing temperature than water? I suppose so. I'm not 100%. By that I mean the water freezes but leaves. Yeah, it does. Yeah, absolutely. And that's why they get these beers to insanely strong percentages, because they're messing with it. You can people do argue with me and they say, but is it really a beer, Ruku? Can you class it as a beer? But I guess the real answer is I really don't know, because it is a beer because you're making it naturally with barley malt, hops, malt, yeast, whatever, and you're then taking it away from that. So you're then freeze distilling it. So you're taking the water out, which then leaves the alcohol. So in theory, you could call that a spirit, or as I like to call it, a spear, because it's a combination between a beer and a spirit. And it looks like a whiskey as well. fucking burns like a whiskey. But if you can get your hands on these beers, I recommend it. I've drunk about 4 of the previous World's Strongest beers. Strength in Numbers, Sink the Bismarck, uh, Armageddon, and Snake Venom, I think, if I'm not already said that. So yeah, about 4 of World's Strongest. Although Armageddon was actually not a World's Strongest beer. They lied and it was only about 16% rather than 65 they claimed. But still, 16% still strong enough. Yeah, it is. If you just flash freeze it, then unfreezing it, and then you're not just it would be a beer. Yeah, see, but people argue with that because to most people and to myself especially, a beer is just made with the 4 ingredients. Sometimes you'll put these extras in it, like flavoring, for example, or colors. I know in America at the moment they've got this weird thing where they start adding food colorings into their beer. I've seen a lot of this, especially on Instagram, where you've got a beer that ends up being like bright green. You're like, what? What the hell? And it doesn't really have much of a head on it, it's just flat. And then you think that's not really a beer. Like imagine going down a pub asking for a pint of green food colouring. It's just weird. Whiskey, yeah, yep. Do love a drop of whiskey, me. Gives me incredible heartburn, but I don't care. Love it. But yeah, I mean, it's all that the new thing now is this craft beer wave is coming, and we're all getting these wacky beer flavors. I had a beer. Where was it? Yeah, I think it was one of Brewdog's. Tiny Rebel even. It was like marshmallow flavor. It was really quite nice. It had that sort of flavor. Oh, and also I have another beer that I haven't actually uploaded yet. I recorded it about 6 months ago now. There's one called Barney's. It's a cheap beer from like Aldi or Lidl. Actually, pretty nice. About 7.4%. It's a stout, and it was marshmallow flavour. And it only costs stupid like £2 for a 330. It was really reasonable for the price, and that actually wasn't too bad in a way of giving a flavour to a beer, messing with the beer. Not in all that punk rock beers. Each their own. I totally understand where you're coming from. Not for everyone, but I like to try these because it broadens your taste buds a little bit. You know, you get used to. I mean, now because I've drunk beer from, I think I'm on about 97 countries in the world, 98 countries now. I've had different beers from, i.e., you know, like places like Lithuania, Poland, etc. It's really broadened my taste palette, and it's really made me realise what is a good beer and what isn't a good beer. And although I don't gravitate towards craft beer and all these like new age beers that are flavoured, tuned up as it were, because they love this wackaging as well. Like, have you seen that? Like, I don't know, top fermented beer with added like power or some shit like that, and you sit there and you think, what the hell? But people go nuts for this wackaging, and they buy these beers, and that's what craft beer is all about. It's about wackaging. It's about local produce. It's about messing with the beer, especially. I mean, Tiny Rebel did one that's called the 99. It's basically modelled on a bloody ice cream. What the hell? I mean, love ice cream, but I don't know if I would drink that. What was the beer you recommended that I just forgot its name? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I recommended. I recommend quite a few beers. It depends on what you're after. Like if you're after a stout, if you're after a pilsner, quad. I like craft beers, but not into all the gimmicks. Luke Mad colours and wine bar trendy design beers. Yeah, in a nutshell, it's like literally the trendy wine bar of beers. Really is, yeah, really is. Oh, I've just thought. Starts with a J from Belgium. There's Julipa that comes to mind. Trying to think of other beers beginning with J from Belgium. There's Julipa. Judas. There's Judas. Jot something or other. Can't think of the surname. One with like the gesture on the front of it with a little weird hat thing with the bells on it. I really can't think of any others. But I do, if you want some real good Belgian beer and you want to spend some money, I could recommend some. In a black can? Oh, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about OJ. OJ beer. Yeah, OJ beer, strong ones. You're talking about the 8.5 one. That's not actually from Belgium. Well, it is from Belgium, but brewed in Holland, weirdly enough. Yeah, OJ beers. Wow, yeah. You either love them or you hate them. I've liked a lot of them. I've had most of their range in actual fact. I've had their wheat. I've had their strongest one at 20%. I've had their 12%. 8.55. I've had their fruit beers, you name it. I've pretty much had them. The 12 and the 8.5, highly recommend. Go on their website. I'll probably link it in. And my God, yeah, the 8.5 and the 12 in a black cans, the 8.5. The yellow is a 12. The 12 was dangerous. Yeah, that was fucking good. Went down. I mean, this beer was so smooth. It trickled down like, you can't even taste the alcohol. It was that good. That's really up there with, in my eyes, some of the best brew. There you go. That's just been confirmed. Both of them do, and that's what OJ are good at as well. They're starting to get good at this, where they start to make a beer not feel like a beer and have it ramped up to like 12, 15%. I mean, the strongest one, 20%, is in a green can. You can either take or leave it. Took me a while to get used to it. It's not the best beer, but it took me a while to get used to it. And someone even recommended with lemonade, so I lemonade, shandy. Weirdly enough, that makes it even worse because it tasted like a shandy, like a proper shandy bass. So this thing's 20%, and I'm just like, gone. It's mental how you can have 20% beer with lemonade and it just sink it like it's a 4%er. The problem I had with it is it's nothing to do with the beer. I think the aluminium can was a bad choice. Yep. What are you going to do? I mean, they do bottles. I don't know if they do a lot of their range in the bottles yet, but they do the fruit beers in the bottles. I think I've only ever seen the 5%er in the bottle. I have not seen any others that they do bottles. So maybe that's something to look out for. Maybe in the future they might actually do the bottles. Who knows? I mean, yeah, I know what you're saying. Sometimes you get a tinny taste from a can, and it's just a bit like, yeah, you just can't ruin my beer now. Thanks for that. Yeah, but also a bit of advice as well. If you're picking a bottle, go for a dark bottle, either a black or a brown bottle, because it's to do with light refraction. If you pick a green bottled beer, the light actually gets through to the beer a lot quicker and doesn't protect it, so the flavors will change. Not drastically, but it does change. And to be quite honest with you, if you're going to pick a green bottle or any lighter colour bottle, store away from sunlight. In the fridge, something like that. Sadly not. No. You can buy it on their website. I shall link it in at some point. I can't remember the name of the website. But yeah, you can only buy it from them directly. And I've not seen it in supermarkets or off licenses, and I think, don't quote me on this, but I think it's because it's so strong, and the fact that it has 12% written on the can. The strongest I think I've ever seen sold in a supermarket off license was 10% beer, and you're talking about like your special brew, your Kestrel Super, and the horrible beer that I had many years ago, Crest, which from England, 10%. No, I don't even able to sell it anymore. It's that fucking bad. I'm pretty sure it was just diesel in a can because it is fucking vile. Absolutely vile. My head started pulsating. After like 2 sips, my head was doing that. I think I had about 2 sips and threw the rest away. special brew, because special brew is wrong. Why do people drink special brew? What's that? Nothing special about it. Oh, so you've had it then. Yeah, it is absolutely shit. Do not try it. Do not buy it. No matter how cheap it is, it's a pound a can, walk away. But yeah, I think that's why you can't buy the 12 over the counter, because it's got 12 written on the can and it's quite in your face. With the yellow can, it stands out even more. And I think a lot of people, if they saw it, not only have you got the argument of beer tax, how much tax you would put on it, also I think a lot of people may gravitate towards it, and then if they drunk this 12%er and they pay like a pound a can, say, I think there's going to be a lot of issues. People start breaking out in fights, it's going to be chaos. So that's why I think it's hang on, I just missed this comment here. I didn't see this. Looked at it and had an issue with a beer through. Looked at it and had issues with the beer through post, not having any ID, got a passport, but that's out of date. Okay, I don't know. I'm guessing you're talking about the websites. I've never been ID'd for beer ever when I've ordered online, ever. All right, in person I have, yeah. Special brew was alright when it's the original recipe, but they changed it to this weak watered down stuff like drinking a disco night show. Oh god. Yeah. See, I've never been asked for ID ever. Never ever. When delivering it, I mean. I don't know what companies you're using or where you're getting your beers from, but most websites will not ask you. Yeah. I mean, they're asking you for ID because they've got to back themselves, but totally understand it. But it's annoying when you're getting asked for it and you're thinking, well, hang on a minute, it's fucking beer's a beer, innit? Like, why are you IDing me? Clearly over the age of fucking 18 or whatever. 18, I don't know, 16, whatever it is now, legal drinking age, I don't know. I'm getting old, that's how old I am. I don't know what the fucking drinking age is anymore. But yeah, I've never been ID'd. I know quite a few websites. I mean, I don't have many favourites that I go back to. I will always scour the internet for different websites. I'm always ordering from different people, different websites, different places, different couriers. As I say, never had any issues with the couriers. Mostly, I've never been asked for ID from them, and also as well, like I've had a few. I mean, recently I tried to send Heath Drinks, who's been on my channel and a regular subscriber and viewer of mine. I sent him some beer literally about 2 weeks ago, and it smashed. It smashed in the bloody post. Even though I wrapped it up really well, it smashed. So he didn't get his beer, and he was okay about it. But it pissed me off because when I asked who it was bloody Royal Mail. So I done Royal Mail for destroying such a lovely beer that I was going to send. But yeah, and again, never been asked for ID. Some people do, but it's very rare. I don't know. As I say, you might just be unlucky. I don't know. Might just be the courier. But yeah, I recommend changing your websites. Just look at a few different websites and see what comes up. Crafts, yeah, yeah. Uh, yeah, that has always got me as well. Because you know what winds me up is the fact that whatever company you order it from, they'll plaster it on the bloody side of the box, so everyone knows exactly what's in it. You know, when you think to yourself, don't do that. I don't want everyone knowing what's in here, because again, last year I had some beer go missing. I ordered and it never turned up. I'm pretty sure someone stole it because it literally had it all plastered on the side of the bloody box. So they probably thought, lovely, I'll have a look at that. So free beer on him. Yeah, see, that's a gold mine. If you know the unusual stuff, absolute gold mine. I tend, whiskey wise, I tend to drink Isla Jura. So they did a lovely Isla Jura actually, vanilla and a, what was it, a cinnamon or something? It was like a spicy, festive flavour. My God, that fucking went within no time at all. Also, single barrel, JD single barrel, I'm very partial to. Love that as well. That's nice and smooth, goes down a treat. But Isla Jura for me, so Isla Jura is definitely my whiskey to go to. It's somewhere about 40 quid a bottle, which ain't too bad considering. Just going to try and get some light on it because daylight is fading and I ain't got long left. So I'm going to just turn some lights on, so bear with me. Right, hopefully that's a bit more better. You can all see me a bit more now. Oh, hello, what's this? So, what have we got? Bought some Isle of Arran. Oh, lovely. Tasted like a proper espresso. I'll have to try that. Isle of Arran, yeah. I mean, I've heard good stuff about that. I haven't actually managed to get a bottle yet. I mean, I'm all beered out, so I've got no room for any more beer at the moment. I've got a perfect draft. I've got 7 to 8 bottles out there, and I've got a bottle of JD honey as well that's given to me. All hungover. Well, that's good. If a whiskey don't make you hang over, like if you're not thumping and you're not feeling like crap the next day, then go for it. I mean, that's what you want. And actually, that's a very good sign of a good whiskey. If it's pure, if it's a pure, proper made whiskey from a decent distiller, you will not get a hangover. The taste and the quality, you'll notice, it's next to none. You know, you can buy a cheap, shitty whiskey, and you notice it's a bit more tarty. You get a decent whiskey, slides down easy. You've got the nice burn, a nice warmth. Flavor really develops in the mouth. It's really good. Yeah, recommend spending a bit on whiskey. So if you're ever going to get a whiskey, top tip, spend the money. Unlike your bells, I usually wake up still pissed. Really? I mean, each to their own. But yeah, bells. Is it bells? Yeah, bells is I think a blended whiskey. Is it not? Blended meaning it's different whiskies all mixed together. There's about 3 different types of whiskies that they mix together, bottle up, and hey presto, you got a blended whiskey. I always stick to the single malt because you know it's just one whiskey. It's not blended. It's not a bit of bells. It's not a bit of Isle of Arran mixed in. It's nothing like that. It's just pure. Also called, I think they call it single grain as well. Single grain malt. I think they also call it. Is that the right word? Single grain malt. Something like that. So I don't have to cast it. Yeah, exactly. Saves a lot of time. Get them out quicker and make more money. Make more money. Hey, Heath Drinks is with me. I was just mentioning you, Heath Drinks, actually. This was supposed to be a quick live review about my upcoming stuff on my channel, and I did give you a mention. And here I am, like nearly 40, well, nearly an hour into it, and I'm still going. Not that I mind at all, but I will have to shoot off around about sort of 4:30, 4:45. Got to go and pick the girlfriend up from work. Hence why I can't drink. Otherwise, I would generally be having probably a beer with you guys now, but never mind. Nice one, no problem. Yeah, we just been talking about all sorts really. Watch since documentary. So yeah, again, it's interesting that how whiskey's actually made and the process that they put through. You know, it's to me, it's an art form. You know, you can't just make whiskey and hey presto. There's a lot to it. You've got to really know what you're doing. You get it wrong, then it's fucking yeah. And I heard that as well. I do believe that is true. And he's basically the same thing, but just ended up differently. Yeah. Uh, Interesting though, isn't it? How they're very, pretty much the same, but they just end up 2 different styles, 2 different flavors. two different strengths, you know, colours and shit. It's just so weird, but it's interesting. Interesting. Yeah, and I've also heard as well they can age it quicker as well, depending on storage methods. So they can actually speed up the process a little bit. But yeah, it's I think that's an old written law, isn't it? That they have to wait so many years before it is actually classed as a whiskey because they've in Scotland they've got this real strict rule about what they can call a decent what is a whiskey and what isn't basically. It's I think it's a way of um, weeding out the frauds, isn't it? I think it's you do now. Educational stuff. Yeah, oak. It's always oak, isn't it? Or charred. I've had some stuff that's been in charred barrels before. That's quite nice. Not bourbon, well, not bourbon barrels, but like when they char the inside of it, like an oak barrel, so they char it. Really brings out the characteristics and the profile of the whiskey. I'll tell you what, that you soon notice it. You get like a smokiness, but also I don't know, it's more richness to it. It's really decent. Just think about it now, that's more fucking whiskey. I can't. I'll be picking up the girlfriend, so I can't drink yet. Maybe later when I'm chilling. Just gonna get my phone on charge because I'm dying of battery. I have like the longest charger in the world. It's a universal charger, right? Does all different types. 3 different heads on it. This thing is about 3 meters long. Look at it. It's massive. Great charger, though. We have power. Right. Okay, so that's my phone charging nicely. Yeah, in bad news though, I actually Heath Drinks, as you know, I hit you up on Instagram the other New Year's Eve, and I was drinking my quack from my Perfect Draft machine, and I broke the glass. So I still have the stand, but I broke the glass. Yeah, because it needs this to stand up. Obviously, I thought it'd be clever to finish my beer whilst taking a piss. And I couldn't put the beer down because obviously the glass has got a circular bottom. So I figured next best thing, just shove it in your mouth and just keep hold of it in your mouth whilst having a piss. And then what happens is it literally shattered in my mouth. I only got a little cut somewhere along there. It's hardly noticeable. Um, but yeah, I'm now in the process of ordering another one. So I've got this stand. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. It's decorative to say the least, but I'm a bit gutted really because I was really enjoying that and I really getting into it. And I think I had about four or five pints out of it. So I'm about halfway through my keg already. And it just, yeah, not good. It just all over. Tell you what else is good. Can't get it very often. It's Gordon's Extra Special Gin. I can't say it rings any bells actually. Gordon's I don't mind. Gordon's I don't mind. Is it standard Gordon's one in the green bottle there? Queen Mother used to drink it. What was that for? To warm her up because she was a fucking reptilian. Yeah, I know it's not good, but don't worry, I've got one on order. Got one on order. I will not. Every time I smash a glass, I have to replace it. If you know. I've also got a Peroni glass as well. I think girlfriend's sister. I think it was. She gave me two small Peroni glasses, 330s. So my girlfriend was like, "Yeah, his and hers Peroni glasses." I was like, "When do you ever drink?" Girlfriend's pretty much teetotal. I mean, she will have a drink here and there, but it's very rare. But yeah, so I'm gonna have to order another one. It is on order, so I don't know when it's coming. No, it's a weird bottle, clear, and it's made by the guys who make the green one. What do you mean a weird bottle? So is it just see through, right? Is it the bottle's just see through? I guess. Hmm. They even, I'm guessing they don't even sell this stuff. I'm guessing this is an online job. maybe that will be something I can look into for on the upcoming channel for myself. You know, for this year, as I mentioned, Heath Drinks before you jumped on. I was saying that this year I've got a new series of videos I'm going to be doing. So it's not just beer reviews, but I'm going to be educating and going different places, which I can't go into too much because I don't want anyone to get my idea. Then I'm looking at, as I say, getting guests on. So people like yourselves, if either of you want to come on over, Heath Drinks, you've been on my channel like once before. I want to get more people on my channel, come and chill with me, have a beer, whatever, talk about beer, just pass around, I don't know, whatever, don't care. But also I was looking at like a beer giveaway as well. If I can get to 1,000 subs on this channel, I've just hit 500, so it's only 6 years to get, but never mind. Google Gordon's Extra Special, Old London Gin House. Okay. Losing my voice now. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that. Paint stripper. That's a word I've not heard in years. Paint stripper. Tastes like paint stripper. Isn't that vodka, isn't it? Paint stripper. No wonder why the Queen Mother used to drink it. Needs to warm herself up. It's cold blooded. Fucking reptilian. But yeah, maybe I'll look into that. Maybe that might be a suggestion. Maybe I'll start venturing out to gins if I mean, the reason why I stick to beer is because obviously nothing wrong in gin, whiskey, and all the rest of it, but it's just the bottles. It's like 30, 40 quid a bottle, and if I'm only going to review it, it's only be once, and I don't see the point because then I've then got to spend another 40, 50 quid to buy another bottle to review the following week, and then that's like 80 quid I've just spent in 2 days just to knock out 2 reviews. Although arguably you could say, well, yeah, I did spend 40 quid on bottles of beer before, but they're one-offs, you know, and they don't happen, and they're limited editions as well, like the barrel-aged deliriums, barrel-aged golden drax as well. They're fucking beautiful. White cider. Oh yeah, white cider. They still do that? Oh yeah, they do. Yeah, white cider. Does anyone ever remember like the big litre bottles of cider? They even still sell those, like the big 2 to 5 litre shit that's like cost you like 2, 3 quid or something. It's like White Lightning and White Ace and stuff like that. Why anyone bought those, I'll never know. Literally because that stuff was vile. It tasted like shit. Yeah, it's a cheap way of getting fucked, I guess. But why would you want to luggage around that, you know, back home with you, like a great big fucking fat bottle like that? To me, it's just inconvenient. I like to travel light. You know, if I'm going to go and buy a few beers down my local offie or whatever, I'll buy like a couple of 330s or a couple of 500 ml cans. You know, I don't want to go out and buy like a big. I mean, like, having said that, tell a lie, I have. I've done it. I've done it before. Bought big litre bottle of Duvero, I think it was called, Lithuanian dark beer. Really nice. Tastes like literally dark chocolate. Really, really nice. Really nice stuff. Big swing top, big litre bottle that was. And I also bought the Fax cans as well, which are a litre. I bought 6 Fax 10%ers. Fucking hell, I literally in one day I managed to stomach a whole 1.5 litres, and I was fucked. And I didn't feel too great after. I wasn't sick, thankfully I kept it down, but I was, yeah, I just felt like I was on another planet. I won't be doing that again. It cost me a lot of money as well, but it was worth it because the video was a success. You know, everyone loved the 10% facts video, and the 5% facts video as well didn't do as good, but still, it's a killer. He's really heavy into cider. Yeah, I don't know why that is. I mean, technically, cider's made by apples. Apples are supposed to be healthy, right? Yes, I have. I have. I've not seen that in a while, but yes, I have. Never had it. I don't really want to try it either, to be quite honest. I really don't. But yeah, ciders, man. They're just no thanks. I think the last ever cider I had was by Curious Brew. They did a cider, peach. Is it peach cider or pear? No, pear cider. That's not pear cider. Peach. Where did I get peach from? Is there a peach cider? Sounds nice if there is. But yeah, it was a pear cider. It was by Curious Brew, which are a London brewery, and they are in the craft market. I loved most of their beers actually. I've had about two or three of their beers, and they're very good. And I had their cider one day, and it wasn't too bad actually. I was pleasantly surprised. It didn't have that acidity, um, sort of sharpness to it. It was actually very mellowed. It was very pleasant in the mouth, and it was really quite sweet. So I got a sweet tooth, so you can imagine it didn't last long. I think it was only about 4.7%, so it wasn't particularly strong, but the flavour was pretty decent. That was pretty decent. That was the first super strength lager. Okay. It's acidity in the fatness. Vinegar? Yeah, woodpecker. Woodpecker. That's I quite like that, weirdly enough. It's sweet again. It's very woodpecker's a sweet cider, but it still remains that crispness as well. So it's very similar to something like Magners, Bulmers, that sort of era. But woodpecker's generally quite cheap cider to get. My local off license used to sell it for like £1.10 for 3.30. And yeah, I tried it a few times, but when I looked at I think when I looked at the ingredients, it did have sweeteners in it, so like the artificial sweeteners. Yep, I had a test cider. I mean, I don't detest cider. I just don't drink it. It's not my thing. Oh, right, okay. Maybe they stopped doing them then. But yeah, what was that about though? The 2 litre bottles. I mean, what was that about? Seriously, that was just like odd. 2 litre bottles of cider, you know. Oh God. Yeah, yeah, but then you're not going to remember who you are or where you are the next day. Probably wake up in a park somewhere, the kid prodding you with a stick, going, "Mummy, what the hell's this? Leave the drunken man alone." A big, massive 3 litre bottle of cider next to you, a bit of vomit coming out your mouth, like just from the night before, just crusted inside your face. Yeah, I had a mate who did that once. He going back when I was a teenager. We was like that. We used to just, I mean, I've never drunk cider, but my mate did once. He was on one. He was like, "Yeah, fuck it, let's just get some fancy a big bottle of cider." And he got the big 2 3 litre stuff of white lightning. My God, he was on his arse after about half a bottle. He was on his fucking arse, and we ended up over a park. He passed out, and yeah, we had to pick him up and try and get him sober and try and get him back home. I don't know how he got back home in the end. I think we just shoved him on a bus and said, "Yeah, get your own way home." But yeah, I just wasn't a fan of cider. I don't see the point in it. It's cheap, it's nasty, and to be quite honest with you, it don't taste all that great either. Really don't. I would prefer whiskey or beer. Uh, Gin, not too bad. Uh, but yeah, I don't particularly like vodka either. Vodka's another weird one. That seriously fucks people up. I mean, vodka seriously fucks people up. I've seen people that are normal, and then we give them like a bottle of vodka. My God, it's like Jekyll and Hyde. Go around and like a different person. You've only had like a couple of them. What's the matter with you? Different people. It sends people mad. It's like the old. I'll tell you what it reminds me of. It's like the old Stella, when the old wife beater at 5.2. I mean, I used to love that. I used to live off that stuff. I can't stand Stella anymore because they've changed it. It's weaker. They've got rid of that old fashioned twang that it used to have. Um, yeah, it's really sort of a weak drink now. But again, I guess that's why I did get away from the old stereotype. And yeah, it's just I used to love that stuff, but uh, just me once went out with a girl who used to drink it day and night. Did my head in. You sure she wasn't an alky? Brandy's the one that sends me a bit nuts. Yeah, Brandy. Brandy. I mean, Brandy. It's all right. Yeah. See, it's definitely something to do with vodka. I'm telling you, it sends everyone mental. You know what I mean? You ever seen that meme with a vodka diet when it's like the woman or something, she's like out cold on the floor, just like an empty bottle of vodka, and it says like the vodka diet or something, how to lose 7 days or something. So true. Yeah, see the old Stella. An interesting fact: I still have an unopened bottle of the original Stella that was 5.2. It's out of date. It went out of date in 2008, but it's unopened and it's got weird chunks floating around in it. I still have it, and I also have a out of date Foster's from around about the same time as well in a can. But dread to think if you open one of them now, what it'll do to you. Probably get alcohol poisoning and also probably stink as well. But I keep it because that was a simpler time for me. I used to drink the old Stella when it's 5.2 a lot, and now it got weaker and it's a bit not the same. Yeah, she was, but it was okay for about 2 weeks, and she had to go. Fair enough. I can't see why you'd stick around any longer if she's going to just get on it every day and night and do your heading. I mean, what's the point? That's not a relationship at the end of the day. And that's just what you call babysitting an alcoholic. But yeah, the one that sends me a bit mental is Kronenberg. I get quite aggressive on that for some reason. 2 to 3 cans in, I'm not a problem. Five, I start yeah get a bit bloodthirsty for no reason. I've not touched it in probably about 5 6 years now because I don't want to get to that stage where I'm like the person that you go for a night out with that you want to avoid. That sort of jacked up, coke up, dickhead who thinks he owns a place and can take everyone on. That's just not me. I just don't want to be that person, so I just avoid it. Uh, Probably give you fungus poisoning because of the lumps of mold. Yeah, I don't know. I've not cracked the old Stella open. I don't want to because I think it's a good. Call me a bit morbid, but I think it's a good little object to have. What I'm going to do with it, I don't know. I can't drink it because it's out of date. It's probably smells like shit. It probably tastes like shit. And you're probably right. It probably is mulled at the end of the day because it's a beer that can't be re-fermented. And that's where the Belgians got it right. They make top and bottom fermented beers that can be re-fermented over years. So the longer you leave them, the more better they get. So, i.e., West Burlington 12 is a classic. Uh, Golden Drac 9000 is another classic. All these types of beers you can just leave for years well past their sell by date, and they're still good to drink because they just mature. They just turn into like a wine, and it just gets better with age. In actual fact, the other day I saw someone who done a nice lineup actually of West Burlington 12s. There was about 6 of these bottles, right? And believe you me, they're not cheap, and it's voted the best beer in the world. So I've had all 3 of them, and I quite like them. But they had 3 of these or 6 of these bottles, sorry, West Burlington 12s, all at 10.2%, and each one was aged differently. So the first one was like a year old, the next one was like 2 years, so on and so on. Went up a year each year. Well, on the 6th one, it was 6 years old. So this person had worked their way through their collection that they've had. And they said actually number 3 was the best tasting because number 1 was basically just like you bought it yesterday, didn't really age or mature. Number 2 had a bit more flavour. Number 3 was spot on, absolutely aged perfectly, matured, lovely flavour. And by the time they got to number 6, they actually said surprisingly, number 6 wasn't at all good. It was actually a little bit more off-putting. So it depends on the beer. If you've got a real decent beer that you can do that with, it's got live yeast in the bottom, it's probably worth an age just to try. Yeah, I mean, I've thought about it. I don't know if anyone would want an old 2008 unopened bottle of Stella Artois, but there might be a market somewhere. I know people do buy these weird stuff. Check out LA Beast's YouTube channel as well. He does shit like that. I remember he bought some 80s cereal. He's an American, so he bought like all these like old school 80s cereal, and he fucking ate them. And they were like 40 years, 30 years out of date, and he was eating them, and he was buying uh, like carton juices, like the where you put straw in. he was drinking stuff again from the 80s, and ugh, it lost its colour. It was black, and he said it stunk like shit, but he drank it. Why? Because he can. That's what he does. He's a competitive eater. I love watching his channel. He's mildly amusing, and he does some crazy shit. So uh, depends if he's exposed to the air or not. Yeah, mine's been stuck in the cupboard for well since 2008. So could be. Depends on how much I can get for it. I'll be happy if I can get a fucking tenner for it. Yeah, LA Beast, what a legend. I've subscribed to his channel. Been a subscriber of his for quite a few years actually. He does weird shit. I mean, the latest one I saw, walking on Lego bricks. That was, when you sit there and you know from experience, because we've all done it, and don't tell me you haven't, because we all have. You've gone barefoot and you've trodden on a bit of Lego. How the hell do you get through that? Right? It hurts like hell. You're like, he's literally done a whole mile, I think it was, measured out, and he was walking back and forth, back and forth, back and forth for hours, barefooted on Lego bricks, and his feet were shot to bits. He had blood, he had like bricks hanging out of them. It was a horror story. And he broke the world record for it. And I think since then someone else redone it and beat that record. But and he also did a stupid thing about running through doors as well. Now that had me in tears. I was sitting here crying and laughing. That was the funniest thing I've ever seen. He's a big guy as well. He's not a slim bloke. He's a big bloke. He bought these doors and he spent about $500 on just doors. All right, and he's put them in the ground, and he's just literally ran through them, just poof, out of his back garden. Absolute nutcase. I wouldn't go that far. He's a competitive eater. He competitively eats. Obviously, he buys out of date food and drinks it. He'll do stupid challenges like how many Carolina Reapers can he eat. That was a good one. I think he done about 10 in an actual worldwide competition. I've done a Carolina Reaper myself, and it fucking hurts. I've still got a couple in the fridge actually, but I had the fresh one that he had, the actual fresh pod. There's a reason why people, avoid that. It's what a freak show carnival. Yeah. That fucking car alarm's going. I've got this neighbour with this really wacky car alarm. Actually, it does this weird thing when it goes off. It goes, pew, 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 whoop, whoop. Now it sounds like a fucking policeman. It's like the weirdest alarm in my life. It goes off about 2 times a day. I used to sort it out, get his car fixed. Yeah, I mean, it depends really what you're into. Dark Side Jungle, if you like that sort of stuff, then you do. If you don't, you don't. But I personally like it. I think it's entertaining. It's weird, and to see how far you can push your human body. He does some weird stuff. But yeah, good old LA Beast. If he's watching, yay! There he is. Yeah. So what's everyone been doing? Did everyone have a good Christmas, New Year's, and stuff like that? Did everyone eat and get fat and get drunk and enjoy themselves as much as it was? What do we say? Shit Christmas. I ended up spending it just with a girlfriend. Yeah, yeah. We just had Christmas dinner and got drunk. Well, I got drunkish because I couldn't drink so much because I just had so much food. But New Year's was better for me. I got a few more. Is that perfect draft machine? Quack, beautiful. Don't know what I'll get next as a next keg, but I should be getting probably another keg soon. Maybe I should start doing keg videos. How about that one? Keg videos. How many can I do a video? Maybe if I can polish off a whole 6 litre keg. I mean, I used to be able to, not 6 litres, but I did. Was it a 5 litre? The ones that little mini kegs that you still pour. I did a few of those once in my youth. polished them off, 10 pints, job done, gone. 6 litres in is only 10.5 pints, but obviously the one I'll be drinking is a lot more stronger than Heineken and Budweiser Budvar. Yeah, Quack is 8.4. Beautiful beer, beautiful beer. I'll have a look. Yeah, check him out, LA Beast. Absolute lunatic. That's why I like him. Absolute lunatic. Have a good day. Keg sounds good. You can still buy big kegs from brewery. Mersey Beers is with us. Hello, Mersey Beers. Good to see you, buddy. Unfortunately, you've caught this at more or less coming up to the end now because I've got about 10 minutes left before I've got to shoot off. But by all means, watch this back. This was supposed to be a quick live stream that's now turned into over an hour long. But I've had some good conversations on it, so I'm not going to complain. We've been talking about all sorts, but Happy New Year to you, Mersey Beers. Glad you could join me. Yeah, so you can still buy big kegs. I mean, yeah, not big kegs as in the stainless steel kegs. I mean, there you can't touch them unless you've got the proper equipment. But I've got the perfect draft machine, and I've had the self-pour kegs like I did with the Delirium Tremens. That was nice. Just for the wife and kids, yeah, I didn't drink much as I thought I would. Just yeah, exactly the same as me. Same as me. I was all geared up for a good drink, and there I was, stuffed on Christmas food, and it just done me. I was just fucked. I just suddenly get into a food coma, and you're just like, ugh. You end up just sleeping and pissing every 5 minutes. Not at the same time. You get the idea. That's just for old people. Sitting and pissing, that's for old people. Hey, you need any soundtracks for your video? Again, I discussed this before you lot jumped on. I was saying I'm not a technical person and I don't really deal with music intros, things like that. But having said that, I have thought about it. And for me, it's mostly about the copyright laws, because if I play anything that's known, then obviously it's the copyright. So there's problems around that. So unless you make up a music track or some kind, I don't know. But I'm not a DJ. I don't do anything like that. I wouldn't even know where to begin with that, if I'm being honest with you. But yeah, I thought about it. Pretty sure if you have the right fitting for perfect draft, you can attach the polykegs. Well, I don't know, because I don't know if they're the same size or what, but if that's a hack, then I can get away with that hack, then yeah, I'll definitely try and load one up. I do 20-second techno. It's like, welcome to Roku's Beers. Party on down. Can you imagine it? But yeah, no, that would be great if you can do that. All joking aside, if you can do that, that'd be great. I'll put them into me videos for 2021. I mean, it's going to hopefully be a good year. I'm looking at, as I say, broadening out and changing a few things and making things a bit more interesting for you viewers. As I say, tonight, if I can film another video, pre-filmed, and I'll do that for my new series, because I've already done one, and it will be released shortly once I've got a few more. But as I said, the first one in the series will be the shittiest one, because without giving it away, I couldn't do a lot. So, yeah. I'm looking for a decent one of the mini keg dispensers, but all the ones I've had crap reviews. Are you, Mersey Beers, are you talking about the self-pour ones that you pour yourself? You're talking about the self-pour ones. There's two different types, or three different types, if I'm going to get technical. You've got your self-pour ones, so you've got your small ones that you can buy. What are they now? 5 litres. You've got like the Heineken one where the tap goes on top. Then you do that, and it comes out. You can buy those from your supermarkets. And then you've got the ones that retract, the retractable taps. Again, 5 litres, and at the bottom or the top, depending on where they put them. Usually it's at the bottom. A little tap pulls out, and you pour the beer from that. Again, those bottom tap ones you can buy quite a lot of different ones for. There's like Hobgoblin, Shipyard, all your ales and that sort of. I mean, I'm not into that. You know, those beers don't do anything for me. But you can buy Budweiser, Budvar if you know where you're looking. Heineken you can buy everywhere. Yeah, the Delirium one that I bought online for 28 quid plus postage and packaging. So overall, it cost me about 35 quid. But that's kind of worth it because yeah, you get about 10 beers out of that. So depends on how much money you want to spend. I'll have a look through vid, see if I can find a video where you say Ruku's beer. Shouldn't be a problem. I think if I speak clearly. Sometimes I waffle, but yeah, I think I speak clearly. I mean, yeah, I do silly intros. I haven't done a silly intro for a while. The Tokyo Death one and the Paradox Isla, that was did as a bit of a prattling around there for a video, the start of it. But yeah, I mean, as I said, I would love to try and get some intros on the video, and I would like maybe some editing. But as I say, I do basic editing. I don't fantastic with it. I just got a few apps that I use that I can just cut and paste videos and stuff like that. So there you go. It's just the audio quality. Yeah, understandable. Yeah, but you buy a machine that you can attach the 5 litre mini kegs to. Just take the plastic fitting off the top and it cools them. All by Hopline low local breweries do 5 litre kegs. Okay, interesting. Don't know if I can. I mean, I might have to look into that. There might be a way of doing that. But I know from the Perfect Draft ones, you can actually, if you know what you're doing, you can actually refill them. You can actually refill them because inside it's a vacuum pack bag. It's like a bag with inside the keg, and every time you pour, the keg the bag decreases, pushing the beer up, and that's why you get the beer. But if you've got a vacuum of some kind, you can actually re-put the air back into it with the beer at the same time. If I can do that, I will. It might cost me more in the long run, I guess. Let me use 26 and a mad tune. The mad tune, love it. Right, everyone, I've got to shoot because I've now got to officially go and pick up the girlfriend, otherwise she's going to start moaning at me for being late. Just want to say thank you so much, everyone, for joining me, and some interesting conversation been going on today, and I've really enjoyed it. Hope you guys have as well. And yeah, it might be a while before I do my next upload because I'm, as I said previously, filming some reviews that I'll be uploading for the new year. So yeah, exactly. That's exactly that. Yep. Speak to you soon, Heath Drinks. Keep in touch. And yes, keep me notified, DJ Jungle, because that should be quite good. If you can get me a tune of some sort, that'd be great. Yeah. But anyway, thank you so much, guys, for watching. I've got to shoot before the girlfriend starts moaning at me, and be patient for my next upload. Might be a while, but in the meantime, just go and check out some of my old videos. And also, before I go, I have a playlist as well. So if you go on my channel, go on my playlist. There is a montage of chill out videos that I've all put together. So all the live chill outs that I've done, they're all there together. So go and watch those, and also the ones where I've done with like people like Keith Drinks and stuff. I've done a similar one to that as well. So go check that out if you get bored. All right, see you later, guys.